Time to see if I can beat Pokemon Leaf Green without catching Pokemon, only getting gift Pokemon. But then, I mean, I'm not allowed to throw Pokeballs at anything. I name my Bulbasaur Bulbasaur, because I'm creative. And then I lose a rival fight. I wonder if it's I wonder if that's just karma, or some shit like that, for me losing. For me naming my Pokemon Bulbasaur. Oh well. There goes Bulbasaur. Next up is Brock. The reason why I chose Bulbasaur is because Brock is a rock type trainer. Rock and ground types are his Pokemon. And well, since by the time I got there, I had Vine Whip, and you can assume how that went for him. So yeah, one Vine Whip Geodude, and I Vine Whip the Onix. Only Ash caught his Bulbasaur before this gym. You know, Bulbasaur is technically Ash's longest known Pokemon, not counting Pikachu, like it's his first caught Pokemon he hasn't released yet. That's not important. After defeating Brock, Bulbasaur leveled up to level 16 and evolved into Ivysaur. Then after that, I paid to win. By that I mean, I bought a Magikarp. That still counts, because even though it's a gift Pokemon, quote unquote, and I paid for it, I didn't catch it. That's the terms. Maybe I should go kind of go without catching any Pokemon. Oh, that probably sounds better. Alright. I have a lot of grinding to do for this Magikarp. Fuck. Alright, I choose the Helix Fossil on my way through Mount Moon. I actually could use it. I don't know though. Alright, Misty time. Razor Leaf. I'll train on my Magikarp to almost become a Gyarados. Razor Leaf took out the Staryu. And or Starmie. Alright, next up's the rival. And also, big news. I got my Magikarp cool into a Gyarados. Haha. So I just tackle his Pidgeotto down. Now it's time for catch up, because my Ivysaur was level 26 and my Gyarados just hit level 20. I rare can't do that after my Magikarp at 19. His Pidgeotto went down a few tackles. Ivysaur took down the Rattata. I swapped because of Sand Attack from Pidgeotto. Next up is his Charmander that went down a few tackles, and yeah. I'm using Tackle instead of Bite, because, you know, Bite's special in this game, since Physical Special Skill hasn't happened yet. So yeah, then I'm just gonna skip Abro, since you can assume what I just did to that Abro. If I showed you, I'd get arrested for war crimes. SS and rival fight, even though I just fought my rival. So yeah, Dragon Rage. Gyarados from Dragon Rage, and well, here, it does 40 set damage, which is fucking OP right now. So a Dragon Rage is almost all his Pokemon, and I tackle Eradicate to death. Gyarados is level 27, but I love Gyarados a lot. And I just tackled the Kadabra, because Kadabra's defenses are utter shit. Next up is Charmeleon, but it also went down to a Dragon Rage. I have the sound muted just because I have it on, it's so fast, I don't want y'all to fucking rip out your eardrums or whatever. Alright, next up is Lieutenant Surge. And since it's an electric type gym, Gyarados is gonna see light of day. I raise Leaf to Voltorb. One shot. Next up is Pikachu. One shot with the Razor Leaf. Then last up is his Raichu, which, after some double team hijinks and me using Razor Leafs, missing a few Razor Leaves, I take it out with 2 Razor Leaves. After getting rid of 25 HP. Luckily I did not get taken down, because Gyarados would have been fucked if Ivysaur was taken down. I pick up the Eevee from the Enceladon. Then I pick up the Hitmonlee from the Karate Master and Saffron. Game Corner Giovanni boss fight. I'll use my newly acquired Hitmonlee and take out his Onix with a high jump kick. And same thing with Kangaskhan. A few high jump kicks later, and I killed Kangaskhan, making a Cubone. Not after killing his Rhyhorn first, though. There we go. Ooh, that's brutal. I hit it right in the leg, then right in the face. What high jump kick this is. Hitmonlee at level 20. I chose Hitmonlee over Hitmonchan because even though I like the coverage Hitmonchan gets, unless it's Gen 3 when all those moves are special, yeah. Speaking of special, Shockwave took down his Mara's Pidgeotto at the graveyard fight. Next up is his Gyarados that he keeps sending out. And the reason why I didn't use Gyarados and Surge is, well, you know, like I said, water flying type, but you have to see what would have happened if I did. See, like, Ivysaur died, that would use Ivysaur this time. I use Shockwave. I'm good. He's Shockwave me. Boom. Dead. There's no way I could have probably. No, I could have won that. Next up is Execute, which I took down with a few tackles on my Gyarados, or Dragon Rages. One tackle took down the Kadabra. And last up is this Charmeleon, which I just brute force through with my. I just used High Jump Kit with brute force on Lily. Next up, that's my rival defeated. Next up, the rival and Silph. Now I'm not kidding. That's what I did next because I wanted to get Lapras. And alright, leaves off this Pidgeot, and I go off with Bolt again. I use Shockwave. I didn't heal between 4, so I'm alright low health. Shockwave. I bring it to red health, and then Pidgeot goes for another quick attack ring to 26. One more Shockwave, and there goes Pidgeot. Next up is Gyarados, which I stay in for since I'll outspeed and I'll kill. Since I feel like I could be like 7 levels under, I could probably still kill it with a Shockwave. Alright, Shockwave takes out the Gyarados instantly. Next up is Execute, which I used Gyarados to brute through with a few strengths getting paralyzed in the way. Alakazam used a Reflecting, started using Calm Minds, which scared me. My strength did a little under half, as it goes for Future Sight. Another strength brought it down, and for some reason went for another Future Sight. I don't know why I didn't go for Side Beams. I'm pretty sure I have Side Beams. Oh well. Next up is this Charizard, which I switched over to Jolteon, trying to get some attacks on, but thought I couldn't kill it, and it took Jolteon out with the Flamethrower. Alright, then I swap back out the Gyarados, and I used Water Pulse on it. Some Water Pulse on it. I don't know why Gary just fought me. It's like, is he like fucking pseudo Team Rocket or some shit? It's like, you could easily probably stop him with your team, but whatever. I get the Lapras from the guy in that same room. And next up is Giovanni's fight. This is off level 37 meter arena, which I cut down with my Venusaur. Also hitting my Venusaur, also it's level 39. Next up is his Nidoqueen, which I switched over. I used Gyarados to just use a couple Water Pulses on. Take it out, since that was probably the best I could do to it. Alright, Nidoqueen down. Next up is his Rhyhorn, which I actually used Nest with. That's what I called my Lapras. So Nest used a Surf on the Rhyhorn, taking it out, 11 of those under, the power of 4 times weaknesses. And then last up is his Kangaskhan, which I switched over to Hitmonlee and repeat what we did back in the game corner, and High Jump Kick him right in the baby's face. One High Jump Kick, bring it down to about 60%. Got a crit on the next High Jump Kick, beating Giovanni. Next up is Erica, finally doing the 4th gym. That's some things people do until they have like their 5th badge, how some people do even when they have their 6th and 7th. I did it 1.3. That's what I like about like the Gen 1 game, like the Kanto games. Basically, after the 3rd badge, you can do whatever the hell you want for the most part. You can do it in any order. Alright. After Giovanni rages, I got the Master Ball, which is used to me. Next up is Erica, but my Lapras learned Ice Beam, so I asked me the victory by the death. Next up is his Tangela, which I also Ice Beamed to death. And last up is his Vileplume, which I also Ice Beamed to death. Alright, let's go to Koga. Koga time. Koga starts out with a Coughing, and I throw out an S. And I use a Surf to take out his Coughing in one shot. Next up is his Muck, which starting to set up, so I used to send out Venusaur and use Leech Seed to seed it. Then I just started going for some cuts until I started using Acid Armor. So I decided to go for Razor Leaf to do more damage, but since he minimized, hard to hit him. That's why I said the Leech Seed so early, because I knew it would do that. Also, I can't get Poison, because Venusaur is also a Poison type, which is nice. If you miss Razor Leafs later, and the Leech Seed really did pay off for me getting it off, like, I missed I only hit the last Razor Leaf. Next up is another Coughing, which I send Lapras back out to kill. The Surf, on him, Weezing with the Surf, barely not taking it out. Next up is Gyarados, which I use a Strength with, and I take out his Weezing. That's Koga. I'll see y'all at whatever Blaine's Island is called to revive my last team member. I revive Aerodactyl with the old Amber I got in Pewter City. Next up, now it's time to fight Blaine. His Growlithe went down to an area release, so Gyarados. Next up is Arcanine. I swapped to Gyarados after doing some damage on it, and I use Hydro Pump to finish it off. Same thing with his Rapidash. I use Air Dash to use Rock Tomb and do some damage. I use Hydro Pump to finish it off. That's playing. Whereas opponents went down to Rock Tomb. Sabrina time. She was off their Kadabra. And I can hit up with a Body Slam, taking it out because of its slow defense, and Lapras is a pretty high attack. Yeah, Lapras' attack and special attack are equal. I forget that a lot. I always think Lapras is just a pure-on special attacker. That's whatever. Next up is her Mr. Mime, which I took down with 2 Surfs. Then her Venomoth went down to a nice beam, so I'm just gonna skip that. And last up is her Alakazam. Her Alakazam could be scary. This Calm Mind Psychic combo. Alright. As Alexander starts Calm Minding up, I hit it with the Body Slam, paralyzing it as Sabrina heals up. I didn't even realize Lapras got paralyzed in the fight. Another Body Slam brought it down to yellowish health. Then, once they're using a full heal, I use a Body Slam to take Alakazam out. I'll see y'all at the last gym leader fight. Gym leader Giovanni time. I'll lead Gyarados, and I use Hydro Pump, taking out his Rhyhorn. Not Rhyhorn, is Rhyhorn. He has another Rhyhorn. Hydro Pump. Dead. Next up is his Dugtrio, which is also Hydro Pump. Dead. Kelly hits level 43. The next up is his Nidoqueen. After looking at my team, I send out Nessie. Oh yeah, that'll be smarter. He goes for Earthquake, I eat it up, I go for Surf, bring it to red. He uses a Hyper Potion, I go for another Surf, bring it to red. He keeps using Hyper Potions, and I keep surfing it back down to red. He uses one more Earthquake, bring me down to 76 health, and I use one last Surf. He doesn't need anything, I stay in to go for Surf. He goes for EQ, bring my Lapras on 23 health, and I take it as EQ out one Surf, winning me the gym badge. Next up is Blue, and oh god, Blue was annoying. I forgot to switch Jolteon to my front, so I love Gyarados, so I just strength the Pidgeot down to death. I'm under leveled, by the way. Like, severely. Like, I'm probably need to train to, like... Yeah, I have to do a lot of grinding after this for the Elite Four. Whatever, Hydro takes out his Rhyhorn. Exeggutor came out, then I sent out my Aerodactyl. I used Fly on it, not knowing if I could kill it in one hit, and I don't. He uses Stun Spore on me, and I take it out with one last area. And I take it out with an Aerial Aces, goes for Solar Beam. Next up is his Gyarados. Okay, that's a debate, which is like, oh right, yeah, Jolteon. I go for Shockwave, and I kill it. Last up is his Alakazam. And I debate on this, since I know good Pokemon on this, so I sent out Lapras for just damage. He uses Psychic, bring me down 94, and lower my special defense. Next Psychic takes me out. Then I sent down my Jolteon to get a quick missile hit, and taking his Alakazam out. Last up is his Charizard. Next up is Charizard. And I go for Shockwave, just because it's a flying type, it goes for Slash. Go for another Shockwave, and get a crit and take it out. And that's my rival, when I'm severely underleveled. I have to grind for the Pokemon League. I'll see you then. Elite 4 time, I have all these fights uncut. And so was Agatha, that's annoying. So I start off with a POW start with... Let's try to hit Thunder on Dugong with my Jolteon, but I missed. I trained all the Pokemon level 55, by the way. And also, if you're enjoying these videos I'm doing, consider subscribing or liking, or saying what else I should do, or commenting on fucking fat. Alright, next up is our Cloyster, which goes for Protect, as I try to go for Thunder again, but Luck be a bitch, because protected it, even though it would definitely kill it. I'll go for another Thunder, as it tries Protection again, and I KO it. I'm actually getting pretty good Thunder luck, surprisingly. Which, I'll take. Next up is her Slowbro. She can also be a Water type Elite Four. I mean, seriously, look at all the Water types she has. One Thunder took the Slowbro out. Next up is her Lapras. And I Thunder the Lapras. I wish Surge gave me Thunderbolt though. Like I really wish I had Thunderbolt in this game, like you get in Red and Blue, but whatever. One Thunder took out the Lapras. No, the Thunder paralyzed Lapras right into red health. As it goes for Confuse Ray, then eats its berry, bringing it to out of the heal range. So I go for Shockwave. I break through the confusion and I kill the Lapras. There. That was pretty lucky. I didn't want her to heal. All right. Last up is Jinx. I switched to Aerodactyl, I believe, for power. Yep. And then I kill the Jinx with one Rock Tomb. Next up is Bruno. I don't know why I'm saying it like Bruno. I think Bruno's on steroids. You know, like in all the games he's in, you never see him leave that room. So, I don't know. One of my wrestlers is Machamp. Alright, completely forgetting he leads off with his Onix. I lead off my Aerodactyl and I go for Earthquake. I use yours with TM on my Aerodactyl for power. One more Earthquake takes out his Onix. Next up is his Chomp, I believe? The Hitmonchan. Unichan, Hitmonchan. I swear I'm not racist. Alright, one for Fly, as it goes for Rock Tomb, and one Fly took it out. Next up is, now it's Machamp. I like Machamp. I think I like Machoke better, but Machamp, and for like a run, I take Machamp over Machoke for the better stats. One Fly, brings on the yellow health, and since I'm and then it eats berry back to about 40%, so I still went for bulk up, I went for another Fly, because I'm scared that it won't take it out. It goes for Rock Tomb, and it misses. So I'm in the air, one Float to go to Machamp. Last up is his Onix, and like to mix up his Onix like his last Onix. It took 2 Earthquakes. By the way, you're not seeing that I'm actually getting under level now. Like I went to level 55, it's like about in the middle. And I'm still gonna be under the levels of the champion. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It was a pain, but I did it in a few hours with speed up. Yes, I use speed up. Bite me. I don't want to waste my life away grinding and also doing college shit. Alright, one last Fly, took out the Hitmonlee, and that's it. Next up is Agatha, real pain, which is actually the bulk of this section. So I leave with Gyarados, forgetting that I forgot Twister. I was thinking about Dragon Dancing Twister and Hero Pokemon that have low defense. So I went go for a Hydro Pump, then I started going for Double Team, first Gengar. So I switch over to Jolteon, because Jolteon has Shockwave. Shockwave will never miss. Alright. Also, can I say, Purdue, if this is a gift only run, like, and this is a pretty powerful team, honestly. So, like, you don't have to catch a Pokemon to have a really good team in this game. But I digress. I have the back confusion look and him just spamming Shadow Punch. I keep hitting myself in confusion. I get to a little health. I go for another Shockwave. I go for Shockwave, and I actually hit a Shockwave for once. Bring the Gengar down the red health as he goes for a Shadow Punch. Agatha, I was about to call her Bertha. Fuck's sake. Healed up. I go for a Shockwave. Killing her. Bring her Gengar down. Alright. Last up is our Golbat. Sorry about that, there was a delay. I just had to try and fix it. Okay, let me do this. There we go. Bolt goes down to a poison thing while I try to take out the Shockwave. So I send out Aerodactyl to finish it with an Aerial Ace. I didn't feel like fucking with Rock Tomb's shitty accuracy. And what's that? Dactyzoid hit level 56. Don't you all? Aren't I really creative? Dactyzoid, Bulbasaur. I don't even know what it is. I forgot what name happened. Lily for Hitmonlee. I'm really creative if you can't tell. Alright, I go for an Earthquake on the Fuck. That was bad. That was bad. I go for another Earthquake, killing the Arbok. Alright, and that was Professor Oak's. Nope, last up. Next up is another Haunter. I send out Hitmonlee for this reason. Hitmonlee has Foresight, and for some reason after I used Foresight, I was being stubborn. I went for Brick Breaks instead of going. It put me to sleep first. I was being stubborn. I could have gone for Double Edge, taking the Haunter out, also taking Hitmonlee out after I woke up. But I was like, no, Brick Break, low defense, high attack, right? His low defense, him only is a really good attacker, so I get 4 for Brick Break. And I leave it at 1 health, as goes for Mima, which is whatever. Then she heals up. It's like, ah, shit. And then I keep going for Brick Break. I do about 40%. And then I go for another Brick Break, hope bring her the red health. She just goes for Hypnosis, and the curse leaves me at 1 health. So I just hit 1 more Brick Break, and I won. And I beat Haunter. Last up is their last Gengar. I switch to Kelly again, forgetting that I don't have anything for that Gengar. He's level 58. I lower his attack though, which is actually pretty good since both the Gengar's types are attack, which kind of sucks for Gengar. That's kind of why in like the metagame you rate the elemental punches a lot. Since those were egg moves. Alright, but enough competitive. I switch over to Ness for good damage. Just to do some damage. It hit me with Hypnosis. This is why Agatha took me... this is 4 times speed, by the way, for what the game normally is. This is why she took me 4 minutes, even in sped up. Sleep. And I think I got the max amount of turns in sleep on Ness. She went for Nightmare on the 5th turn of sleep for some reason. Like, shoot it on the 1st turn, you might actually be able to take out my Lapras. Bring to red health, eats a berry, one last surf, kills it. Here's Gengar. Next up is the final Elite Four merge. Lance, the Dragon Master. Or the Dragon Fucker. Who knows? Probably both, honestly. I haven't seen what Dragonair looks like. Also, fun fact. In Gen 1, a lot of people didn't draw the same designs. That's why something like Dragonair turns into Dragon Knight. 2 different people drew Dratini and Dragonair. One guy drew Dratini Dragon, the other guy drew Dragon Knight. That's why it's such a weird change. Alright, speaking of Dragonite, he sends out his first dragon. He sends out his Dragonair. I go for Ice Beam, taking it out. Not for I take the Safeguard, which is whatever. Safeguard. Alright, Dragonair down. Next up is his Aerodactyl. And I decided to stay in it because, you know, water type, yeah? Goes for outspeeds, goes for ancient power. Luckily not getting a boost. Bringing me down to about 60%, I'd say. Surf brings it down to about a quarter. I go for another Surf, as it goes for ancient power, bringing me down to 47 health. One more Surf takes out the Aerodactyl. Next up is his other Dragonair. And I thought, you know what? I'll go for another I'll try to go for Ice Beam, see what happens. Uses Outrage, and knocks me out outspeeds. Well, there goes my interesting Pokemon. I go to Aerodactyl, and I go for Fly, just for pure power. That's my most strong move on my highest attacked Pokemon. I go for Fly, bringing it down to about half. Outrage brings it down to 56 because of a crit. I go for another Fly just for pure damage. As it goes for Outrage, tries to go Outrage, but it misses. Look, because I'm in the air, it can't hit me. And Fly takes it out. Last up is his level 60 Dragonite. What happened in Heart Gold Soul? What happened in Gold and Silver Lance? Like, how did this thing become like level 50? You literally just de-leveled. I tried for Rock Tomb, but since there's really shit in this game, Dragonite killed. I'm missing Dragonite kills me with the Rock Tomb. So I go up to Jolteon, hoping to hit a Thunder. It's neutral power, but it's big damage. I miss, and he goes for Outrage. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try another one. I miss again, and goes for Outrage. I'm at 1 health. And I was like, fuck it, I'm stubborn, so I hit Thunder, do about a quarter, it finishes my Jolteon off with an Outrage. Kind of overkill, at 1 health. I go out to Gyarados, and this is my idea. I have to do it all in 1 hit. So I start going for Dragon Dances, so I can use a Hyper Beam. As it hurts itself in confusion, I go for another Dragon Dance. It hurts itself in confusion again, and then he goes to Safeguard a minute, I'm sorry. I go for a third Dragon Dance. As it hits itself, eating its berry. Then I go for a 4th Dragon Dance. I went overkill, yes, I'm sorry. He snapped out, used Hyper Beam, bringing my Gyarados to 109. All normal type moves are physical, so I go for a Hyper Beam, KOing his Dragonite. Next up is a champion, Blue. That bastard. He beat me to it. Alright, let's go. Alright, Champion Blue time. I start out using my last Thunder to take out his Pidgeot, which is nice. Next up is Rhydon. And, you know, looking back on it, I could have swapped to Venusaur. Because, I'm just gonna say this right now, I haven't used Venusaur, Bulbasaur once in its entire league. Like, I haven't used them at all. But you know what? He deserves a rest. He kind of carried me for a while. So one Sir takes out his Rhydon. Poor Rhydon. Such a good Pokemon. Just out 4 times Lead is such a bitch when you have a water type or grass type that outspeeds him. AKA most water and grass types, technically Slowbro. Alright. Ice Beam the Executor, freeze it, then the next turn, it defrosts it, puts Lapras to sleep, and then I start going for Ice Beam, but it starts Giga Draining. And then, my luck, I freeze, I'm sure that's pretty lucky. But one turn wake up, you know what, I'll take that. One turn defrost, one turn wake up, right? Alright, taking out Ice Beam out. Next up is Alakazam, and I decided just to Rochambeau it with Body Slams. And I paralyzed it, but since that's your annoyed to paralyze me, I brought it down to 1 health, but then use a full restore. This is the one fight you have to use healing items. I use Body Slam, get a crit, bring it back down to 1 health, and the Future Sight took Lapras out. I'm just gonna salute Ness there. He did amazing. I send out Gyarados just do that little less bit of damage with Strength. Goes for Psychic, bring me down 9 C drop with my special D. 1 Strength, took it out. Next up is his Gyarados, I swap over to Jolteon. 2 Shockwave. Shockwave couldn't one-shot it. I would have gone for Thunder. I'm out Thunder PP. So Shockwave brought it down to about a quarter. Another Shockwave did him in. I'm sorry for my stuttering. I got noticed this before, but this is probably the most powerful team I'll be able to do if I keep doing more of these only gift Pokemon runs or not allowed to catch Pokemon runs. Alright, last up, I try to go for Thunder, but I was like, oh yeah, no PP. So I decided to go for Shockwave, as much damage as I can. And I do a decent amount, 40%. Hits Fire Blast, knocks out Bolt, and I go to my Aerodactyl. Now this is the real gambit here. If I miss this Rock Tomb and it takes me out, I might have lost. But nope, Rock Tomb hits, taking down the Charizard, making me the official Pokemon League champion. That was fun. Like I said before, if you have any suggestions for what I can do next, go ahead. Any game from Gen 3 to 5.